based in Lat Krabang. It's only 2 minutes off the expressway, very, very close to Bangkok. And the reason we've come is because Chameleon Home is here. It is a very special reason for being here. Father Giovanni Contrin, who is the founder and director of this home to look after the disabled. Now, when we say disabled, most of the kids, in fact, I think all the kids have HIV, and therefore they need some support. Where do they fit into society generally? Well, that's a big problem, isn't it? They're orphans, people can't look after them. What happens next? Chameleon Home looks after these children, and we're going to take the opportunity to see how you, our viewers, can perhaps support them. But firstly, to the story about Chameleon Home here in Bangkok, or at Lat Krabang, and also we'll see some of the children, because what they're doing here is absolutely remarkable. Understanding the real needs of these children, understanding what can be done for the disabled is a must. Come inside.
Welcome, Valerie.
Thank you very much.
This is Chameleon Home.
Well, I have to say I've heard a lot about the Chameleon Home, but never been here before. It's at Lat Krabang.
Yes, Lat Krabang is a district of Bangkok.
And how long has it been built, this particular home?
This house has been built 4 years ago.
But you yourself have been in Thailand 28 years.
Yeah. I mean, I work in many other fields. Before in Sampran, then in Rayong, and then I came here in Bangkok. And the reason of building this house actually comes from Rayong. When I met so many children that have HIV and AIDS, and they are disabled. So we need to separate them from the others in order to keep the HIV one as normal, more normal as possible. And we moved here 5 of the disabled one to integrate them with people, with children living with disabilities in this community.
So not only do you actually run the Chameleon Home for those kids that that have to live in, but you also get involved with the disabled in the community too.
Yeah. Are three programs that we have. One program for the resident, the abandoned, the orphans, the poor. They stay with us full day, all the time. They are really the heart of our family. And then we have one group of daycare children coming Monday to Friday, morning to evening. They come for activities, physiotherapy, education. And then actually we have another group in the community. We go and visit them. For them we do activities sometime on Saturday, or we do teach at home how they have to behave, or we do adjust also their houses. We adjust the place where they live in order to be a really nice place for them, where they can have a good quality of life. Valerie, come and see. This kitchen was designed by me.
Oh, really?
This is ready
to be expert in many things, huh?
200 people.
Wow. Hi there.
Come and
How are
see.
you, Harold? Nice to meet you. Valerie. How long have you been in Thailand?
3 weeks.
3 weeks,
Yeah.
Here for the long term?
For 1 year, I've committed to volunteer here.
Oh, well, that's fabulous. You'd heard about this before?
Well, I searched on the internet for many different places that I could volunteer because I have a Thai friend who lives and works in Bangkok. And so I was looking at various places that I could volunteer my time here in Thailand.
Right. And at home, you're a chef, or what do you do back home in the States?
Well, back home, I work with the mentally and physically disabled for
do
6
you?
years. And so I wanted to, but I also worked in restaurants.
Oh, okay.
So they're using me both in the kitchen and also with physical therapy, you know, with the children here.
Let's take a look, huh? Let's see if the pasta's like we know, huh? Wow. This is the sauce, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just the beginning process.
Have a look. Yeah, it's only the start.
Office and is related to, you see, these are all the places we have in Thailand where Catholics are working with people living with HIV and AIDS. And in several dioceses. This office coordinates this. It's a training office. We go in each places to train them on how to take care of the children, the adults, how to do prevention activities, how to get funding, and how to develop these activities and to be useful for the local community.
Mm. So you are the key, you're the experts who actually really advise them on how best to manage.
Yes, in the field of HIV/AIDS, actually I started 20 years ago.
Yes.
When Thailand did not want to talk about HIV.
Sure.
The first case there was in Bamran Ardung Hospital, and there I set up the first association of people living with HIV/AIDS, Candles for Life.
Right.
And they rented a place there. Then later on, we closed down because we were bombed.
Oh.
They put a bomb, really. That was 1994.
Right.
They put a bomb, you remember, in Nontamburi.
Yes, yes.
And then from there, I moved to Rayong. But since then, I work always in this field of HIV/AIDS, try to help to improve and develop the national system.
At Camillian Home, we actually saw a gentleman who was actually helping the kids, and we were curious as to what he's doing here. Alain Riout is in fact from Paris.
Yes, Paris. Yes.
So how did you get to Thailand and to actually work at the Camillian Home?
Because I know Camillian Home now between 7 years. I know Father Giovanni before. But it's okay. I like children living with disabilities for me because we children need many love only.
Yeah.
They need many,
It's
many
really the love that they need that they're not getting, isn't it? Yeah. Father Giovanni, we've walked around. What we've seen is truly a family, which is what Camillian Homes are all about. I have to mention, before we actually talk further about the homes, this statue here of St. Camillus with Jesus is just amazing. Who was the sculptor?
The sculptor is an Italian, is Armando. He has a factory in Rayong, near the Camillian Center. He's a friend of ours.
It's
and,
amazing.
He created this showing the real love of St. Camillus towards the sick.
And the bronze is quite different to what we get here.
Yes.
Was it imported also?
The bronze is imported. The statue is made here. The raw materials actually is imported.
Right.
And Armando closed the factory in Italy and opened here in Thailand.
Did
and
he?
is sending everywhere now in the world.
Some great success stories, and we're going to cover them for you. But let's get back to the Camillian Home. What do you need from the expats that are living here? What do you need? I mean, people will say, look, we'd like to come and have a look around. That's quite really not enough. What do you need?
You know, because we accept children accommodated, we do activities with the poor and abandoned, actually the sponsorship program is quite interesting for expats. They should support one child in monthly like this.
What does that cost?
It can cost what they want, because we put together 2, 3, 4 sponsors to cover the expenses of one child. Usually the cost of one child here, disabled, is about 13,000 baht per month. If we put together everything, medical expenses, caregivers, accommodation,
The
food,
education
and
aspect, yeah.
everything costs to us that. But you know, putting together 3 or 4 people, they become sponsor, a regular sponsor, we can cover the expense of one child. And then one by one, we have at the moment 60 sponsors.
See, that's not a lot. We need to, for those of you out there, give with your heart. And the other area I think that you mentioned to me when we're walking around is the fact that you like the children to go out.
Yes, and then what is also nice is sponsoring some events outside, taking the children out to have a lunch, or out in some entertainment places, amusing parks like this. That is also very nice. not so complicated things, because these children can go out and be out not more than 5-6 hours.
So if there was something like a safari world where they could actually watch the animals and they could watch the performances, that's the sort of thing, but not necessarily to the beach, or the beach is a possibility?
Also, we went also to the beach in Bansen nearby, and but what they like the most is to go in a restaurant.
And eat in the
restaurant. To have lunch.
Yeah. Thai food though, remember these youngsters just love Thai food, right?
Yes, Thai food and foreign, but when we go out like this, they adapt the food is adapted.
To suit
it's created for them. For example, the pizza is done in a certain way, pasta in another way, just for the children. But it's very easy for the chefs to know this and for the cooks to prepare.
So in 4 years, you've actually achieved so much. Not only looking at the children in here, but looking at the surrounding areas. You always would have a plan in your mind. What's the next step for this particular Chameleon home?
The next step is to create enough occupational therapy activities and to produce also something to communicate to the society. So the communication between these children and the society should be done through some manual work, but artistic work or something like that. We actually plan to have a building where we do this. We invite more disabled from the community to come only during the day and then back in the evening, just to create something that can be sold to the society, can be given, and is a message. The message, because as you saw this morning, so many cannot talk, cannot speak.
Exactly.
But they have to send a message to the society.
Sure.
And we have to open the opportunity to them to do that.
And I think the most important thing is we have to offer them love and also offer them the fact that they are a human being, that they actually have a right as we do also.
Yes.
And I think that they need to be accepted for what they are. Father Giovanni, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you
very
for your
much.
visit.
Thank you.
Valerie, we will do something else.
We have to do something else.
In the future.
My heart goes out to that little girl, I have to say, that didn't walk until she was less of 11 and a half and is now able to walk. I mean, she would never have had that opportunity anywhere else. Yeah, it's very special.
Thank you for your visit.
Thank you for the invitation. We look forward to seeing you again shortly.